Hey guys, welcome back to Pastry Playhouse TV. I'm your host, ATO's Cake King Trent Moya, and this week we caked up something real special for you guys. This week we actually went ahead and caked up an egg McGriddle cake. At some point, I'm gonna have a whole series of nothing but fast food themed cakes. And if you watch the first flavor themed cake, it's kind of like the same way how I did that one. So how I started this cake, I actually went ahead and covered the whole cake with modeling chocolate, and I went ahead and made an indent all the way around in the middle. That indent is actually going to be the separation between the top and the bottom bun. So you know, with me starting this cake, I had to carve it up, and kind of figuring out how I'm going to carve it up is really weird because I was like, okay, I gotta make it like not too big but not too small at the same time. And I didn't have a sandwich like on hand to kind of go ahead and do it because I had bought one, but it was like 9 in the morning. I didn't eat nothing all day, so I went ahead and ate my freaking modeling option. So now that I freaking go ahead and eat the thing I'm modeling after, I'm like, oh man, how am I gonna do this? And it's not like I ate the whole thing. I went ahead and I took like 4 bites. I was like, oh, this isn't like a sandwich anymore. So I'm like, oh, I wasn't even paying attention. I was like halfway awake. So now I have like half a sandwich. I'm like, how am I gonna go ahead and sculpt this thing? Somehow I went off of memory and I was like, you know what? I have half of it, so let me just kind of guesstimate the other dimensions. So once I had the cake carved into the proper shape, you know it's that time to hit it with that white chocolate ganache. Now that the cake is completely covered in that good old white chocolate ganache, time to go ahead and hit it with that modeling chocolate. So I'm over here trying to figure out how I'm gonna actually make the top and the bottom bun look right. Like trying to sculpt it from how I had it just indenting the middle. Every time I did, I was like, you know what? This doesn't look right. And then I completely resculpt it. So once I have it sculpted in the semi-right dimensions, it's time for me to actually go ahead and make the patty. So I'm sculpting this patty mainly out of aluminum foil. That's a trick that I learned a few years back watching other cake artists. And I was like, you know what? This is actually really dope. Like, it made it look like as realistic as possible. And I was like, you know what? Cool. I'ma mess with it. And that technique's kind of been in my arsenal ever since. So I have like this weird fondness with McDonald's food. Like, I don't eat it on my regular, but it's super nostalgic to me. Like, I grew up eating it, so like whenever I get a chance to go ahead and make something like out of my childhood, let me go ahead and do it, right? So what's the easiest thing to do is food. I remember like when I was younger and I used to visit my family in New York, my aunts and my uncles, they didn't really like cooking too much, so they always just give me and my cousins like $15 each and like, yo, just go down to the bodega or go down to McDonald's. And we'd always go to McDonald's. And I was like, you know what? I think when I was making this cake, I was like, yeah, it'll definitely bring back some great memories. And there you go, guys. That's how I went ahead and made this realistic egg McMuffin cake. So don't forget to like, comment, and share this video to all your friends. And until next time, guys, stay creative.